Hello, hello. Welcome. I'm Molly Ovenden. I'm so happy to be here with you today. Thanks for joining me live. If you're here, if you're watching on the replay, do let me know as well. It's great to connect as always. Well, welcome to Thursday Thoughts with me, Molly Ovenden. Now, if you are joining me live, you'll know that it is about to be Christmas. Hanukkah is begun. We are in the holiday season, full swing, and it's a beautiful time of the year. I'm personally extremely cold in northern Minnesota, and I'm also extremely happy and excited as I look back on the year that's happened, and hopeful and excited as I look ahead for the next year. I'm excited for the community of writers that I help to become the writer they're made to be. I'm excited for my one-on-one clients. And I'm excited for my own writing work, my own work as a creative entrepreneur and a writer, an author, a visual artist. I'm excited as I finish this year. So, whatever season it is that you are in, however excited or not you are, I want to invite you as we approach the end of the year to allow me to share some gentle reflective habits to help you finish strong, confident, and just as you are now, here, today. So you may find as you go through this reflection that journaling works really well for you. So do feel free to take notes to reflect on or journal on more later as this season passes, whether it's the end of the year for you or not. Perhaps it's a season of something else in your life that's finishing. So I want to offer you 3 gentle habits of reflection. Number 1, what are you proud of? Now, sometimes pride can be associated with really negative connotations. And you may have heard me share before that one thing happened that squashed my teenage heart. I was really excited about writing poetry, and as I was in middle school, high school age, and I had a really supportive teacher who encouraged me to write poetry and submit it into anthologies. So I did that. I submitted one poem and it got accepted. I submitted a second poem and it got accepted. Oh my goodness, as a teenager, new to submitting my very first places, the first 2 got accepted, unheard of. The third, I received a rejection letter. I was a little bummed. I'm a teenager. I wanted to win at life. But the first 2 were accepted and I was thrilled. But when I shared this rejection letter with an important adult in my life, they said, "Good. I'm glad you got a rejection. Now you won't get a big head." And so, as a teenager in those formational years, my emotions, my creative heart got stunted. I didn't want to be someone who was arrogant, who hurt people by my success as a writer. And for so many years, I lived with that narrative, and my voice was crushed, silenced. I was ashamed of the desire that I had to be proud of my written work. And over the years, that was a couple of decades ago when that happened, I have grown into being proud that I love the work that I do. I love writing. I love publishing my books and getting them out for readers to devour those words. I love getting to come alongside other writers who, for the joy of writing, want help to keep showing up on the page. I love being able to inspire writers who do want to publish books to be able to get their words from brain to page and into the hands of readers who devour them also. And I am proud to get to celebrate my clients who in 2022 have finished their drafts, who have gone from telling a childhood story at bedtime to now having a series of middle grade novels that they're drafting, who have written stories for their grandchildren just for fun and decided I want other children to be inspired, and then chose to publish their work, and that just has come out in November. And I love to celebrate another client who has decided to get their poetry out and to start a podcast. And so in the time that we've worked together, they've done that. They've started a podcast, are working on season 2, and they're working on cover design for their poetry collection. And my client who published their first book is in their 70s, and they have 3 more that they're planning to have come out next year. And I am so proud of getting to work alongside amazing writers, amazing human beings who, for the joy of writing, get their words out onto the page and get to do it together. And I am proud of being able to release my book, Closer: Spiritual Reflections for Writers and Thinkers, and then a few months later, its companion journal, Closer Companion Journal for Writers and Thinkers. I am proud of that work. And I am proud that despite that rejection a couple of decades ago when I was writing poetry and was excited and proud of that work, but that was squashed by that important adult, I'm proud to say that over the last couple of months of 2022, I've begun typewriter poetry busking, performing, writing poetry live on the spot in public places. I've been able to be on TV as a result of that. I've won an award as a result of that. And I'm going to continue writing poetry, and I have plans to have collections of poetry, poems for my people, that will be released in the new year. The first volume should be released in April 2023 for National Poetry Month. And these poems, these poems have come from the heart, and I am proud to finally, after 20 years of wanting to write poetry for people in public, to be doing that. So I want to ask you, what are you proud of? And maybe you're proudest of something that you feel ashamed of because of an important adult in your life, or an important person in your life, or lies that you've just been believing. What are you proud of? And I just want to give you that permission slip if you need one. You are allowed to be proud of the written work that you're doing. What are you proud of this season? Question number 2, what surprised you? What surprised you? You know, so often when we step into this author confidence and call ourselves a writer without getting red in the face, when we step into this new way of being, this new taking time, taking up space, using our voice to write the words that we can write without feeling silenced, or choosing to speak up for those who have been silenced and can't find their voice yet, we can be surprised by what happens. For me, I've been surprised by how much fun it is. I've been surprised by how much I feel like myself with each stage that I've stepped into of this writing life and author career and coaching, coming alongside people this year. I am always, year after year, surprised by how much fun it is to write and create, to put words, to put paint on the page. I'm always surprised with great joy and giddiness and delight. Surprised like the first snowflake of winter that comes down. Just that childlike glee and delight. That surprises me. how I can have even more joy, even more excitement and delight. I am excited and I am full of joy, and I love it. And I'm surprised at how much I feel like myself. I feel like the Molly I was made to be. When I get to come alongside and help others get their words out and become the writer they're made to be, it is such a privilege. It's such fun to get to have an up close seat to this show of people becoming the writers they're made to be able to coach them and encourage them on rough days or tired days. And I am constantly surprised with the delight and the sheer explosion of emotions of goodness that come when we choose to put the stake in the ground and say, I am a writer and I'm writing. I love that. So what has surprised you? What has surprised you? And it could be something hard, and that's okay. Journal about that. Put those words down. What surprised you? And thirdly, what are you taking with you to the next season? Now, if you are listening to this live as it comes out, we are approaching the end of 2022. But these 3 questions can be used to reflect on whatever season is coming to an end, to be able to give an arrow to point toward what's next in the next season. So, what are you taking with you to the next season? For me, I'm taking prolific writing. I am taking showing up on the page day after day, whether I want to or not, pushing through when it's hard, being prolific, getting words out. In the last couple of months since I've begun typewriter poetry busking, I've written almost 150 poems. I am a prolific writer, and I am taking that prolific joy of the written word into this next season. I'm also taking the audacity. I am an audacious writer, and I'm willing to believe that my work is worth reading. And so that's given me courage to share it with people and then find out from that audacious heart that my voice is valued, my voice is important, and I'm going to continue to be audacious and try new things and be bold and brave. And I hope that that will inspire you to be bold and brave and take your writing and your creativity to the next level too. I'm also taking resilience into this next season. I am a resilient writer. My words are important. The story I have to share is important. When we learn to be resilient, coupled with prolific and audacious, we can persevere when the writing is tough, when we hear negative feedback from books that we've published, that readers for whom they weren't written don't like them. We can be resilient, and I'm taking that resilience into the next season. I'm taking that resilience because I've seen how when I choose to persevere, I overcome. When I'm skiing, snowboarding on the creativity avalanche that is my life as a visual artist, as a writer, as a coach, as a lover of Friday night dance parties and listening to all sorts of music and reading prolifically and writing all sorts of genres. I am a resilient writer, a resilient creative. And that example that I put out there for you is to inspire you. And I've seen in my clients inside Become the Writer membership, I've seen in my one-on-one clients how when I do the work, when I get up after being knocked down, my clients, my members, you're resilient, you persevere too. And so I'm taking my prolific writing, my audacious writing, and my resilient writing into the next season, because I'm made to write and paint, and I want so much to encourage and empower you to use your voice, to become who you're made to become the creative person, the writer you are made to be. And maybe you don't want to publish. That's okay. Maybe you write for the joy of writing. That's awesome. Maybe you want your career to be as a published author, and you want to publish dozens and dozens of books. That's awesome. It's all okay, because it's for the joy of using your voice, for the joy of the written word. So what are you taking to the next season? What will come with you as you go into the new year, this new start in life? And so I want to just offer you this opportunity to let me know, send me a message or share in the comments what you're proud of, what surprised you, and what you're taking with you to the next season. I'm really excited for what's coming up ahead for Become the Writer community online and Become the Writer membership. And for one-on-one clients that are coming soon, I'm here for you. I'm thrilled and the giddy anticipation of who I will have the privilege of coming alongside in this next season. I'm looking forward to it. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm Molly Ovenden. I'm an author. I'm a joyful writer. I am resilient, prolific, and audacious. And if you want to be in this space, I am delighted and overjoyed to welcome you. So, what are you proud of? What surprised you? And what are you taking with you to this next season? I hope all the best for you. Thank you so much for joining me today. Lots of love and happy writing.